This is the process that Positive Futures is using to enable people to have the life that they want. Planning Live is a 2-day facilitated process bringing together the individuals, their family and their friends to explore together what their perfect week looks like for each person, and also what their outcomes are, where they want to be in the future and how they want their life to look in 1 year's time. What this means is that in order to deliver the perfect week, how can friends and family help? How can volunteers be part of it? Where could you use assistive technology? And are there community initiatives that we can connect with? And then, where can paid staff really support the person well?
I'm Frank Mays. I'm Francis's father. Francis has been in supported living for about 6 years now. When we were asked to come to the Planning Live and Just Enough Support events, we were a bit concerned, I think, that 3 days would be miles too long to talk about someone we'd grown up with. I think the whole process has meant that Francis can become more independent, not just from us, but also from Positive Futures as well. It's now more focused on what he wants to do rather than what the organisation is geared up to do.
I find it a great opportunity to be able to say what I want to change in my life.
Initially thought perhaps that, oh, this is just a cost-saving exercise to cut down staff time, but in all of the instances that involved Francis, at least, it was a win-win situation, because by rearranging the schedule, not only made it easier for Francis to do certain things, but it meant that less staff were actually involved. So it really was a win-win situation.
Yeah, we've got a dishwasher in the house, which will make it very useful in the mornings whenever we're at full stretch and very busy. Since before Planning Live started, I've always wanted a male member of staff to support me to go swimming. I have at present I now have a male member of staff to go swimming. I've been given a choice to choose my staff for my activities. Last Sunday I went with my dad Frank sailing in Craigavon. I'm just going to be joining the Ordinary Sailing Club, and I've also last Saturday went to the jungle in Moneymore and did archery and got a score of 24. I'm looking forward to meeting up with the service manager John Diamond to have a barbecue in beginning of July. I'm looking forward to that, and sort of invite the next door neighbours round, sort of socialise a bit more.
My name is Anne Gibson. I have worked for Cookstown Supported Living Service for almost 7 years, and I have been Francis Mays coordinator now for almost 3 years. Well, at the beginning when we first talked about Planning Live, we do a lot of work with Francis. We honestly thought Francis has a pretty good life, but when we actually got into the Planning Live and found out exactly what it was all about, we were able to, there was more challenges, there were more activities for Francis. It's a more in-depth view of how Francis would like to do things, how he would like to be supported, different activities he would like to take place in and do, and which he has done. We were quite surprised at some of the things that came out for Francis that didn't please him. We knew he never liked the tech, but we didn't realise how much physically it was tiring him. This came out and now everything has worked out well for him. He has now left the tech and he is now going to the base in Cookstown, which is working very well. Francis' dad sometimes would take him sailing. Those hours that the support would have, those then can be rotated in to either do other activities or can be put in for appointments or something that Francis would have. But those hours then are always there for Francis. The support has changed for Francis. As support workers, we realise when Francis says, I want to do something, there's a deeper, why do you want to do it? Is this something you did when you were a child? It goes deeper and you get more answers, and he's coming up with all different activities which we never thought he would be able to do.
Well, it's important because everybody, whatever their disabilities, whatever their needs, should have a life that's fulfilled as much as possible, and I saw this as part of achieving that. For other parents, I would say just go for it.
It's an excellent opportunity, and it's sort of like a big review where their parents can come into their own house. It's not done in an office environment, and it's an excellent opportunity, and anybody that's thinking of going for it should go for it, and it's relaxed and there's nothing to fear about it.